Hello and welcome everyone. The latest visionCATS 4.1 release brings a game-changing spectrum library feature for TLC Scanner 4 users. In this video, we'll explore this powerful addition which allows users to compare UV spectra recorded by the TLC Scanner 4 to a comprehensive reference database of known substances, making identification of unknown compounds easier, faster and more reliable than ever. We'll see how to access the spectrum library feature, search and match spectra and interpret correlation results, all within the intuitive visionCATS interface. Whether you're working in pharmaceutical, herbal, forensic or quality control, this feature is designed to save time, enhance data confidence, and streamline your HPTLC workflow. So, let's get started and see how the spectrum library in visionCATS 4.1 takes spectral identification to the next level.
To check the spectral overlay of a test spectrum against the library, select the test spectrum track, click on the spectrum library. Now any substance matching to that of your test spectrum will appear at the top of the list. If not, users can even select a available spectra from the library and compare that against the test spectrum for its name, its derivatizing reagent and its correlation between the two spectra. Creating a new library, select the substance which is to be added to the library, then click over add to library in spectrum library. Now label the new library. Here we are labeling it as new spectrum library. To this new spectrum library, I'm adding caffeine as my new substance. Later, I'm entering its derivatizing status. As caffeine is active under UV, it doesn't require derivatization. So now this substance is now visible in my library. For adding a new spectrum to an existing library, click on the test spectrum and then go to spectrum library. Click on add to library then, and into this panel, now enter the name of the existing spectrum library into which you wish to add your substance, new spectrum. So here what I'm doing is I'm adding tartrazine's spectrum to a new spectrum library that I just created. So this tartrazine, again being a synthetic dye, it is seen under white light, so it doesn't require derivatization. So I've put any there and I'm saving it. Now in the libraries, when I go to new spectrum library, so this tartrazine is successfully added there. A spectrum of a substance can be edited from a spectrum library by clicking on edit item. When you do so, the name of that substance can be changed, its derivatization status can be changed, or it can be moved to another spectrum library or even to a new spectrum library. If those changes are made, click on OK. If not, click on cancel. Further, if a substance needs to be removed from a spectrum library, you select that substance and click over remove it. And that substance gets removed from that particular spectrum library. For importing a collection of spectra as a library, click over import and then locate the file. Before locating the file, specify the source of the file as a visionCATS spectrum library or a vincats spectrum library ending with .psl. Now select that file and open it. When you open it into the software, the library gets added to our libraries drop down and all the list of the spectra gets added to the list below. The collection of spectra as a library can be exported from our visionCATS 4.1 software as a library. So it also allows users to select the substances whose spectra needs to be exported in that library. When you click on export, it allows you to label the library or that file ending with .psl. Label that file with your desired label and then save it. For convenience, users can even mention the source of the file, whether it is a visionCATS file or a vincats file, and then save it to your desired location. And this is how it gets exported.
Here are a few important notes. 1. Spectra from an imported library cannot be edited or deleted. 2. Green arrowed icon indicates imported item. 3. Yellow caution icon cannot be exported. 4. While importing spectra or library substances common in the importing library and system library won't be imported.